Welcome to Newsline. 60 minutes of the most recent news trending in Liberia, about Liberia and around Africa and the rest of the world. Today is August 14, 2024, and I'm Anthony Vowen anchoring. The big stories we're following tonight: government constitutes road maintenance, rehabilitation, and financing committee to support the arrest agenda. Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn urges foreign investors to prioritize workers' welfare to enhance industrial harmony.
Seeing potential investors to put the welfare of our people at the center of their business operation.
The managing director of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, Mo Ali, vows to extend water supply to county capitals under the entity's 5-year plan. In Nigeria, suspected fraudsters reportedly hacked the WhatsApp number of the governor of that country's oil-rich Akwa Ibom state. The details of these and other developments, sports, the news in French, weather update, our lineup tonight. We'll begin with the bulletin of news with Fabien Quia.
President Joseph Boyka has set up the Road Maintenance Rehabilitation and Financing Committee in support of government's arrest agenda. The committee is charged with the oversight to access road network challenges, engage partners, and mobilize resources for maintenance and rehabilitation of roads. An executive mansion release named Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn as chairperson, while the Ministries of Finance, Public Works, and Agriculture will serve as members of the committee respectively. According to the Liberian leader, the committee aims to immediately commence work. Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn has urged investors in Liberia to prioritize the welfare of Liberians above business and personal interests. Vice President Kuhn believes the well-being of the citizens remains crucial to achieving sustainable development. According to him, the protection of human rights goes beyond laborers and employees, given the need to capture members of the community who bear the consequences for bad business operations. The Liberian Vice President was speaking Wednesday at the launch of the National Action Plan for Business and Human Rights in Monrovia.
While it's true that we continue to make the case for more investment in our economy, to expand the private sector and create jobs for our citizens, I urge existing and potential investors to put the welfare of our people at the center of their business operation. This protection of human rights goes beyond laborers and employees. They must capture members of the community who bear the burden and consequences from bad business operations.
Vice President Kuhn described the launch of the document as government's commitment to the promotion of responsible business practice. Meanwhile, Justice Minister Councillor Oswa Twe has described the launch of the National Action Plan for Business and Human Rights as milestone initiative. Minister Twe said the plan signifies a testament to the country's adherence to the United Nations principles on business and human rights. The Attorney General made remarks at the launch of the National Action Plan for Business and Human Rights in Monrovia Wednesday. Minister Twe said the policy document also represents government's quest towards the promotion of workers' rights at workplaces, especially at business establishments. At the same time, the country representative of the World Health Organization to Liberia, Dr. Peter Clement, says the launch of the National Action Plan on Business and Human Rights signifies the political will of government. Dr. Clement said it demonstrates government's move to institutionalize business and human rights standards in ministries and agencies, corporate entities, concession communities, and workers. He also said the launch of the plan is an initial step to begin work towards policy operation and implementation of the document.
The launch also of this important policy document is just the first step, and now the work must begin to operationalize and implement this action plan. The United Nations remains committed and prepared to partner with the government in actualizing the implementation of this plan, which is the most fundamental of initiative.
And noted that the United Nations is prepared to partner with the Liberian government to actualize called on his fellow judicial officials to uphold the rule of law as a fundamental recipe to building a peaceful and orderly society. He said respect for the justice system also served as a guarantee for attraction of business investments to drive the nation towards economic development and prosperity. Judge George Smith made a remarks recently when he delivered his charge during the opening of the August term of court in Fishtown, River G County. The Labor Ministry has clarified that no employee of the institution has been dismissed or suspended as been claimed by some staffers at the ministry. Recently, the Civil Service Agency recommended several employees from various government functionaries, including Labor Ministry, for either dismissal or suspension. On Wednesday, several employees affected by the CSA action besieged the Ministry of Labor, paralyzing normal work activities at the ministry in reaction to the CSA report. However, Labor Minister Councillor Cooper Pratt says, contrary to the aggrieved employees' claim, he has not received the CSA report and no one has been dismissed by the ministry.
For example, those who heard whether their name were on the list, I think they should wait to see what action we will take. We are concerned about our workers. We're not going to just jump and just dismiss anybody.
Minister Pratt said he remains committed to defend the interests of employees, terming them as the pillars of the ministry. Councillor Pratt called on the affected employees in the CSA report to remain calm and maintain law and order as the ministry looks into the report before any action is taken. A man believed to be in his 30s, Mustafa Masare, has allegedly attempted to commit suicide by consuming rat poison in Tottenhamburg, Bomi County. Our correspondent Costaman are saying he took the poison because he was frustrated due to family pressure. According to our correspondent, Mr. Masare mixed 2 bottles of a rat poison with an alcohol and drank it over the weekend in the area. The victim is currently undergoing treatment at the government hospital in Tottenhamburg, Bomi County. And plans for the construction of a bridge to link Liberia to neighboring La Côte d'Ivoire have begun. According to our correspondent, the construction of the bridge will be carried out by the Liberian government and ECOWAS. Recently, a team from the Public Works concluded a day-long engagement with residents of Dwakudi in Maryland on some formalities for the construction of the bridge. Our correspondent said the engagement with the residents of the town is to secure a land space for the company's work site and the residents' resettlement benefits, among others. When completed, the bridge will be the first direct link of Liberia to La Côte d'Ivoire over the Kavala River from Maryland County.
Fabian Quia with the news bulletin on Newsline. Fabian will come back a little later with our international developments. Tuesday's flooding has forced thousands of residents